Hey guys, today I'm going to do, I believe will probably be my last mod for my XArcade TankStick. Basically, my plan today is to install one of these guys. It's a turbo spinner, turbo 2 spinner, and it's going to go right there, I hope, if I can make it fit on my XArcade. I'm going to open up the case and show you how I plan on doing it, and hopefully it works out. Alright, so I have it open, and that's essentially where I want to put it. It's going to be a little bit of snug fit there. If you can see, it doesn't quite go all the way down. So I'll probably have to bevel a little bit into the casing and into the trackball to make it fit just right. But I think I can do it. I'm also not quite positive that I'll have the height necessary to put the energy cylinder on, but I'm hoping. So if not, I can leave it off, or maybe drill a hole in the bottom of the XArcade in order to have it just stick out a little bit off the bottom. So I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Alright, so I got it on, and I apologize, I didn't really show you the step-by-step how, but I'll open it back up and kind of show you. So here it is, and I really like the feel of it. Right now, so you can adjust it. It has a little Allen wrench hole here. I don't know if you can see it, probably not. But right there's a little Allen wrench hole, and you can tighten it to let it drop down. There's a piece of felt underneath it, and if you let it rest on the felt, then it has a lot of, it doesn't really keep spinning when you spin it. You see, it stops pretty much immediately when you stop spinning it. But if you lift it off of the felt just a little bit, then when you spin, it just keeps spinning. So that's how you can adjust it either way. So I'm going to flip it upside down and show you what it looks like inside. Alright, so here's it inside. Now, it didn't really fit, okay? So as you can see here, maybe, I had to whittle into the wall just a little bit. See, a little better on that side. So that I would be able to put the nut in place between the trackball and the wall of a cabinet. So I basically, my son used his whittle knife and just kind of whittled it little by little until had enough clearance to put that in. I took the whole trackball out before I drilled the hole. And I drilled it from the inside out, which is the opposite of what they say you should do. To make it fit, I had to whittle in a bit into the wood. I also took out the trackball temporarily so that I could maneuver a little better. Even doing all that with the energy cylinder, you can probably tell just a little bit, it sticks a little bit past the lip there, and that's with adding a small rubber washer on the top to give it a little bit more height outside of the case. So even with all that, I still had to also whittle into the top just a little bit so that when I put that on, the energy cylinder doesn't hit into this. But that's pretty much it. So the next step is the electronics part. So as you can see, there's a little plug right there on the side. That's going to plug into this ribbon cable, which I have to mount somewhere in here. I'm going to work on that next, then I'll show it to you. Alright, so I've plugged the ribbon cable into the bottom part there of the TurboTwist2. And I mounted the circuit board. They give you everything you need. These little plastic spacers that go underneath. I don't know if you can quite see them. Go underneath it on either side. I just mounted it kind of flush against the cabinet too to give it a little bit extra strength. And then I plugged in the USB cable, which I will fish out the back hole where I've done all my cable management through an old hole that I took, button that I took apart, and made my exit for all my cables. So I'll show you when that's done. So it's back together, and I'm playing Major Havoc with it, and I gotta say, I really like it. You can adjust in game. You can go to the dial sensitivity in game, and that'll control a little bit how much it reacts when you are spinning it. But overall, I'm really happy with it. I think that's probably the last mod I'll need to make to my tank stick. I think it came out pretty nice. It looks symmetrical, which I like. I think you only need one. I saw a lot of people put two of them. They might like put one up here and one over here. I went with one because kind of like the trackball. Most games that use one, you would just switch back and forth and let the other person use it. So I think it can be used for both player and one and two, as opposed to having separate ones for each person. And they're kind of pricey at about $100 a piece, so I didn't really want to pay. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like and make any comments that you might have below. I'll be happy to respond if I can be of any kind of help to you in your endeavor, if you're planning on doing something similar. Overall, I'm real happy with my tank stick. I've been playing with it quite a bit and love the performance now that I've changed out some of the parts and added the things I needed and wanted. I might add a steering wheel, but it's not really a mod at that point because the TurboTwist2 offers where you just take the knob off and mount the steering wheel on the same spinner. A 7-inch steering wheel is like $45. So I might wait a while on that, but that would be the only other thing I might add, but it's not really a mod, so I won't really make a video on it more than likely. But really hope you enjoyed the videos, and you can check out my other two videos, one where I replaced the joysticks with IL Eurosticks, and one where I changed out all the buttons for color buttons, which is why my tank stick doesn't look quite like a factory stock tank stick. Alright, have a great one. Bye.